Yay, now it should be working. Cool. And let me reopen this. Let me check that the mic is working, because I don't see anybody here. Let me reopen the... Okay, good. It is. Now, first of all, I need to remember what I was doing and why. Oh yeah, it looks pretty straightforward. So we have this thing hanging in here. It's a future spell, shield one, and yeah, it's a gesture-based spell. It will be put as a sphere somewhere, and then it will slowly dissolve with the parameters for this shader. Okay, good. Means I remember what was happening here. Then let's check at which state we are right now. Oh yeah, the last thing I was thinking about is that this animation and this shield is not the spell that I cast. It's some other instance, and it will be created on the point when I need it. This will be much easier to work with, which means here I can say public game object spawn prefab. Here max spell time, max cast distance, spell duration. Spell duration, is it used somewhere? No. Max spell time is a different thing. Okay, so this spell duration is something that this prefab knows about, so I shouldn't care about it here. It should be something like spell starter, but with position and stuff. Okay, let's create it. New file. Volume spell starter .cs. Okay. Probably. Oh yeah, I can make it class, public abstract class. So I will make it a class instead of making it just an interface, so I can use it as mono behavior. It will be helpful. High volume spell starter. I will not retype this. And here it will be inherited from mono behavior. Here we'll add using directive this, remove this stuff, and inside it will have abstract. So it will be a public abstract and something like void initialize. It will take vector 3 position and float radius. Actually, I'm not sure I need to make this stuff abstract, and I'm not sure I need to make it look like it's an interface at all. I'm not sure if it's really useful. How do I know? Abstract void initialize. So this initialization can basically so the prefab is spawned, it will put some sizes and stuff, so I basically know what it should do, but I don't know how it will influence everything else. It's easier to keep it like this right now. So then here in gesture spell we'll have this, and if it's casting, then push. If should destroy, then destroy. Where do I set this? Here, do action. So instantiate this. Should it have some parent? I think I can set it up. It will just be null all the time for now, and then we'll see how it works out. Why didn't this work? What? Trying to rename them into capital case, but they didn't want to work for some reason. Spawn prefab position. I don't need position here. No, not here. I mean there. Okay. Instantiate on this point with quaternion.identity and default parent. Spell parent. Something like this. Okay, so it should be transform, not game object. This. This thing is required to not be null. Should I just believe that it will not be null? Okay, let's try to... Yeah, I will trust myself on this one. Probably I shouldn't. Let us do this. This now. Debug. Log exception. Null reference. Oh, it logs exception, doesn't log. Yeah, it cannot. New null reference exception. Name of spell prefab. Something like this. What's the problem here? Doesn't exist. Yeah, spawn prefab. Good. Hey Talos, nice to see you. I am right now, just for some context, still working on this shield spell that I've started creating the last time. Now I'm slightly transforming it, so it's not inherited from gesture spell and it's not gesture spell. This thing, when you draw some sphere or something, will just spawn a different object in the middle. It will make my life much easier. And that's it. That's what I do right now. So, here everything seems to be fine. This do action with start coroutine doesn't make any sense. Why is it enumerator? What's the point? Private void. This, I should remove this error. Okay, good. What's up? Yeah, it shouldn't yield return anything. It just says that this the object of the spell itself should be destroyed. So now it's more simple. You're creating the question is if you should draw some symbol or something. You are going to have a shield, and the shield is always a sphere. So you draw something, then I calculate as if it was a sphere, as if it was something you wanted to draw, and I'm just spawning the sphere in there. That's it, without any extra stuff. So anything you draw will be transformed basically into a sphere. I will think about actual gestures like hotkeys, but with mouse. But I'm not really sure I want to go that route, because all these gestures is really complex stuff. The last time I tried to do something around them, it was not really stable. It would always select something not what I meant. It had a lot of issues. There were issues with under-education, over-education of the mechanism that identifies the spell. That's a bit too much for proof of concept. Okay, then shield is not from this, it's now a volume spell starter. Then it should implement this. On initialization, it shouldn't have vector. This. Because it will be spawned in the right position. Then this thing should initialize it, because I forgot. Instantiate. I believe there was this override that would give me. No, there wasn't. Oh, okay, good. So it already does what I need. Then I will do initialize radius. This. So now this thing should play a simple animation. Yeah, basically it's the same in many games, you know. In Magica they had the same stuff where you draw the line, and regardless of how long the line is and how curvy it is, it will be just a single line and stuff like that. So it's oversimplification of gestures. Lineage Journal, I believe, had something around that same stuff. I will show it pretty soon, I hope. So these on initialize, power by surface, duration per power, public float, max power equals 20th, duration per power. Okay, good. Private bool running equals false. Then Magica, yeah, where you were combining several spells together. I believe in the second part of Magica there were some spells that have some area of control. I believe it was in second. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm mixing it with some other game. Layer mask, target layer. So I will do some tricking here. On initialize, I will create a coroutine, enumerator, growth, coroutine. And what it will do is this private bool, no reason, yeah, private float radius equals 0f. I thought it had something. Maybe I'm really wrong, maybe it was something different. Target radius. So here I will set radius to 0f again. Here I will set is running to false. Come on, she's waking up? No way. That didn't work ever. The kid is trying to wake up already. That's a bit way too soon. No, I don't want it to be 15 minutes stream, but maybe she'll go to sleep again. Sometimes she does. Maybe she did. Meh. I hope you will figure something. Looks like she's going back to sleep. Yeah. I'm not sure if my kid will sleep long enough, but it feels like she will sleep for some time. Then return, no, yield, return, new, wait for fixed update. Then we'll say, yeah, I'm safe for now. I will assume that default radius is 1. I mean, default, whatever. So this is not target radius, this is target scale. And here it will be target scale. Here scale equals 0. Then transform dots local scale equals new vector 3.1 multiplied by scale. What? By scale, this. And then we'll wait for fixed updates and stuff, while target scale minus scale is bigger than constants redecimal. I'm not making this perfect, but I'm making this work. This, and now scale plus equals something. Public float animation duration equals 1f, for example. Delta time multiplied by animation. No, it should be multiplied by target scale divided by animation duration. So this thing will give me the scale per second, and this thing will give me delta time. Yeah, this sounds right. Equals this. It looks reasonable. Then when we're out of this loop, we should set is running to true. And here, void update. What should happen on update? If is running, then we should do something about this. Private float current power. Here I'll set current power to max power. Power by surface. Okay. Wait a second. Here I create it with some radius. What is this radius actually? That's average distance. Yeah, that is radius. So that's PR squared. Yep. No, that's, I need a surface of the sphere, but I'm not really sure I need the real surface of the sphere. Let's take the covered surface, which is PR squared. Math dot p multiplied by target scale and multiplied by power per surface. This. Here I'll say multiplied by time delta time, and if cover is less than constants really small, then we will just remove this object. And then one more thing, void on collision enter unity on collision enter. center, and the method is, and the parameter is collision. This. So relative velocity. Oh, I like this. This is cool. So it will work with any collisions and not only rigid bodies. I think it should only work with rigid bodies. So if it has rigid body, then I will take relative velocity and multiply it by something again. I will not think if the object is big or small. I will just think about this. Relative velocity, that's vector 3. Yep, good. Dot magnitude multiplied by power and current power minus equal this. That's the first thing. And then I shouldn't do anything else, because physics will do everything else for me. Hopefully. Good. Now we have a decent shield. At least it looks decent. Target layer. Yeah, I forgot to change layer. I also should have done this way. Then layer equals target layer. This should not be layer mask. It should be sorting layer, terrain layer, layers mapping. So the problem that this will not work because target layer is bit mask, but okay, Unity layer selector. Type for layer selection this. Wow. What? A wrapper on C#. No way. Thanks. Much simpler. Don't create a custom class. First you need just an empty attribute. And then editor GUI layer field. Oh, I see. What's the point here? So all those guys are just creating manually some wrappers around this. I'm not sure I want to go that route. How can I transform bitmask into something adequate? I should take... this sounds like a really bad idea. Specified in the specified base. So it should be this. It should be something like this. And I'm expecting target layer to be a single thing. This is really unstable. I'm not sure I should keep it. Like, really unstable. Okay, now I'm using this, then animated renderer. Animated renderer. Okay, yeah, good. Here, I should always say dot set value or something. Not shared material dot. There was something. Unity shader property from code. This stuff. Can we get component shared material dot set float? Okay. It shouldn't be shared. It should be just material. There is difference between them. Is there? Yeah, good. And gotta see which property that is. I think it was progress or something. I'll need to double check it. It's here. Progress. Okay. This is not really a nice way to do this. There should be a way to get integer from that stuff. Unity get TID shader dot property to ID. Okay, good. So here I should have int progress ID equals shader dot property to ID progress. What they're doing right there is that this ID is hash from this thing, and I don't really want them to calculate this ID all the time, because they will do if I don't do this trick. That's it. Current power divided by max power. So now we should see how the shield dissolves. Now I have everything used in here. I have stuff used here, and looks like everything should be fine now. Let's try. I will add my shield component here. Animated render is right there. Target layer should be spells, I think. Spells don't interact with spells. Something new? No, spells do interact with spells. Okay, good. This, and I should save it. Spells. Here we go. I can move them under one thing and not set this up, but meh, whatever. Also should split this healing spell into 2 stages. Then I'll need one more empty prefab with just what? I wanted to create a gesture spell, so it's abstract. Okay, I got it. Should not be abstract. Hello. Gesture spell. I will call it shield spell, not the shield itself. Then what happened? Okay, good. It will spawn this shield. The spell parent should stay null afterwards. Those settings are random, so I will keep them. I will need trail renderer. Yay! Huh. No material set. This is nice. This is not. Whoa. This is hardcore. It's better. Something faint. Something like this. Okay, got it. So it looks like again I will have to reuse one of the stars. Let's see which one fits better in here. Okay, I broke something down. Now it doesn't react. What's up? Oh yeah, I see. They just dissolved. Okay, let's reuse this one. It looks the most relevant. Oh, that's funny. If I say 0, what will it do? It will not just work. Okay, I see. 1. This is weird. Okay, let's do something like... Oh yeah, moving the whole thing instead of moving just one spot. Oh, I see what's happening there. Something like this. That's funny. That's really funny. I would say this is a bug, but I like this bug. It looks cute, so I'll keep it. Let's say something around this color. Yeah, this looks decent. Alignment view, texture mode, stretch, tile. Wow, nice. Yeah, this almost removes the bug. Okay, let's say stretch. Generate lightning data. What is that? It makes something. It makes stuff a bit too different. I'm not ready for that. Cast shadows, receive shadows. Okay, let's say yes. Don't generate lightning data. No lightning probes. This dynamic occlusion, sorting layer default, or different layer this. Okay, then I will need to add something to show that we have something in the hand in case this stuff doesn't work. Say I will have this tiny sphere. I like indicating stuff with spheres, especially tiny spheres. I'll put it a bit above, something like this. Okay, good. Now we have the shield spell, but it will have the trail all the time, and it's not what I want to happen. Also, max time 5, and I have here 2. Okay, so it needs to stay for just 2 seconds, not for forever. That's first. And I need trail renderer. Let's say it will have here trail renderer. Type of trail renderer. Stuff. Type of. Cool. And I will have it here. Something like this. No. Game object dot get component trail renderer. This stuff. So now when we're interacting with this, initiate is casting. So I should look at is casting all the time. Trail renderer dot enabled equals true. Here I'll say equals false. Then time equals max spell time. I can set it up manually, why not? Cancel. Trail renderer dot enabled equals false. Clear. It will clear out everything that this renderer has created, which is good. And on stop interaction it should be the same. This thing will get destroyed on the next frame. Do I need to disable render? I think I do. But I don't need to clean it up. Something like this. Okay. Good. Now let's put it here. Then I have this stuff stuck in main camera. Okay, for some reason they didn't save. Fireball. Shower. Heal. And I'll need to add one more. I'm still telling you, you should not do what I'm doing right now. It should be a separate controller, and I will make it a separate controller. I'll just do it on cleanup when I'm done with this task. I will do a task, then I will do cleanup, and again and again. Okay, yeah. Do your stuff, tell us. Shield prefab. Yes. Here I should say on cast shield spell. So this thing should be on ignore raycast at first, which is interesting. Okay. Shield prefab. That's it, I guess. All the... Yep. Okay. But there was this thing. Spells. Shield spell. So I was setting some layers somewhere, and I need to set them just right. This should not be on default. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Sphere collider here, of the same size. Then rigid body here, with impossibly high mass, without gravity, with freeze position. I'm fine with it rotating, it might be fun. And what else did I forgot to do about this? I forgot to put it on ignore raycast layer, so it doesn't collide with anything before I change it to spells. Work-related stuff, you know, sometimes you have to do something related to your day-to-day job. Even in these times, with all the crisis and everything, lots of people are still working. For example, I do, yeah. Okay, what else? I think I should just try this out. I have a feeling that I'm forgetting something, but I don't know what. Okay, let's add this cast shield spell. We'll bind it again to 4. 4 on keyboard. This stuff using pinky system, that's good. Now we should have it. One. Grabbing doesn't work. Hi, it doesn't work for fireball, but it works for other stuff. It's funny. I wonder what I did wrong with the fireball. Some objects in interaction layer, but not interactive. Oh, I see. So reference script unknown. this mono behavior is missing, so something went terribly wrong somewhere. I need to figure what and where and why. Input, 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 blah 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 blah. Okay, fine. I think this fireball is broken. Open prefab. What was that? So there was this script over here, which was basically fireball, most likely, or not. Animation, fire, fireball, was it? No, I don't think so. Yeah, there was this fireball, so this should be throwing spell, this stuff. And spell starter is this fireball, I believe. Something in that main parent fireball. Okay, good. Yeah, I was moving code around and looks like something broke at some point. Yeah, it looks better now. Something's wrong with powers. Oh yeah, I've reset them. Okay, whatever. 4. And nothing happens. Nothing. No. What's up? Unassigned reference exception. This. What? What? Unassigned reference exception. Okay, it means that this is not set. Good. This is not set. That makes sense. Okay, so it doesn't cancel properly. Doesn't create anything. Oh, it does, but in a completely different way. Doesn't it? Stop. Any logs? No, nothing here. Okay, let's take a look at the gesture spell again. First, shield. Does it know what to spawn? Yeah, it does. Good. So on start interaction. What? Start interaction. Initiate throwing. Okay, so initiate throwing is here. Trail renderer is doing something. Then on cancel or on stop. I see. Oh, I see what is happening here. I see what's happening there. Face to face with greatness and its. Okay. So one of these things was happening. I will need to check which one. No, just log. Cancelled with null positions count. And with too high magnitude. Magnitude $sign here. Let's say I will add this stuff. And here I will add this stuff. But if it's cancelled with those reasons, then I should remove the trail and all that. I think something like this will make more sense. It will just look better. I hope. Play. 4. Cancelled with too high magnitude. 220. No reference exception. What's up? Roll in UI. What the hell has happened here? Main camera. Rolling controller. Oh, all the stuff got broken. No, 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 no. Okay. I think it's a good time to rename this stuff. I remember I had something in controls with capitalization, didn't I? I did. So I can try to remember rotation sensitivity and things like that. 0.315, so everything is just by default. Good. Rotation, limiting, wheel rotation. Also, I can call it along the same lines that I do everywhere else. Rolling UI, rolling up, rotation UI, rotation up. This. And I think everything else should be in a fine state. Private, offset, extra white space there. Button, hide. Mouse. Why do I need this? I think I don't. Okay. Now I'll need to set back all those parameters because something went wrong with serialization somewhere along the way. But now at least rolling UI. Nope, good. Now I have no names that really do stay the same as what they're doing. Rolling. Anything else? I think this is fine. Apply all. Okay. Let's check now. 135. 237. What? So it doesn't log anything? Oh yeah, it just casts this stuff. See? Just doesn't spawn anything. Huh, that's funny. I have no idea how this works. Obviously the timing is not perfect, to say the least, but 2 seconds should be enough. Max cast distance 10. It should be max cast square distance, so 10 is really small. 100 is more relevant. Again, something's wrong with music. Let's see here. No, not here. In just a spell. So, do I really use it? Yeah, I use it as squared. But 10 meters. When I'm looking from too far, 10 meters is not a big deal. But still. Okay, let's try doing it like this. Then what else? No, I don't like it. I have a feeling that this is a bad idea. What's up with spawning of this shield stuff? Void wake log. No, not weak, even worse. Here on initialize, on growth coroutine, let's say debug dot log target scale, something in these terms. Let's see if it's really initialized or if anything is happening about it. I think it's being spawned as having run parent 0.6. Huh. So the radius is too small, like way too small. It's almost impossible to get even to 1. Why is that? This is much more than 1 meter what I was doing right now. Okay. Here, let's see what I do with this. Looks like I'm doing this thing wrong. P is the current point. Middle point is the sum of positions. Is actually middle point. I'm taking square magnitude, then I think I should do it this way, so it will be more relevant. 1.3, 1 point something is really small number. So let's see. 8, 10, cancelled, cancelled. 17. 1000. 26 now. This doesn't look relevant because the sphere with size of 26. Let's just do it. Let's put it on the ground and let's see that this is much smaller than what I have drawn. I mean, like this. Much smaller. But again, we should be fine with any size, more or less. And we can test it if... Okay, let's remove this thing, remove this, and name this magnitude. So now it's just average magnitude without any squares, because I might have done something wrong with that calculations, with those calculations. This is a lot of magnitudes, but okay, okay. Then how does this work? Q out of 1, real position, current start plus I. Okay, good. For some reason, this stuff is not spawned properly. Let's say I will put this here. This first thing. Then second, I will put 1 into this number. Right here. And then debug log scale. Let's see what's wrong. I'm trying to initialize this thing. It should have parent null, so it should be appearing in editor in the panel on the left. I don't see it there, which means something is wrong. Cancelled, cancelled. 0 and then nothing happened. Stone, duration. What's up? Looks like it gets deleted. And I don't get why. Oh, I see. Lol. So I had this thing written here. And it failed everything. Sure. So I should put this thing right over here. Okay, it's still being destroyed right away, but now it has less reasons to do so. Destroyed. Why? Just to make sure that it is really destroyed internally. I don't think this instantiate is... Bless you. Uh-huh. So it is indeed destroyed. It's not running. I'm trying to set some value here. Let's see. Let's put current power in there. I have a feeling that something is wrong about that. Minus 94. Yay! This thing popped up. Yay! And it was destroyed. Okay, I see. So basically those tiny spheres don't work like that. I mean, they're not that good. Then let's say I will put debug.log dollar. Let's see this number. So the shield should be a comparatively big thing. Then the next thing, this stuff, for some reason the property is not set. Yeah, the layer is good, but here inside the animation, this instance doesn't have the progress set, because progress have a capitalized letter P in there. Unlike usual shaders, I think usually shaders have non-capitalized letters. Let's check it. For this. Nope, that was not the issue. Looks like I'm basing this not of the maximum but of current. Duration per power. Okay, this looks fine. Why does it take it so long to destroy? Yeah, it was on 0 point something for way too long. But again, not like it matters too much. 8 point something. No, this is weird. This should not happen. Oh yeah, it was locked from here. Good. 8 point something. Okay, that's fine. But it starts with 0 0.4, so it should be already half destroyed. Yeah, here I should multiply it by 2 anyway. Because every time I spawn a shield, it will be partially destroyed from the beginning. And it makes a lot of sense. That's how it should be. But what's the problem with this current power and stuff? It spawns, it gets in here. Progress property ID. If I say progress, can I open the code for this shader? For this destroyed things. Tiny little thing. Pause. Yeah, it was touched by a stone and then suddenly it jumped from 11 to 7. That's cute. But nevertheless, this thing doesn't work. Animation render.material.setFloat. This instance. So it should be almost gone. First, I shouldn't multiply by 2 because it gets invisible too fast. For progress equals math.clamp 0.1 current power divided by max power plus 0.55. I need something like this, and I'll put progress in there. Then the second thing is this doesn't set anything. If I do shared material, it is going to be a problem, because shared material will set it for all the materials. I mean, everywhere where this shader is used, it will change this value, I believe. And again, it still doesn't work. What is wrong? Should it be some different name or some different something? This thing with this. Wait a second. Where this is? Mesh render. Okay. So it's materials. Can I edit this? I can. Good. Underscore progress range 0.1 equals 0. So this is the parameter, and it should work. Can try writing underscore shield in there, underscore progress. Just to try it out. But this is not how it should work. Yep, this is not. Okay. What's the problem here? Progress. Unity. All set. Float not working. As usual with Unity, questions and answers. If something doesn't work, you're not alone. Name of the variable, not the title of the variable. Holy Grail. So you mean I should use underscore progress here? This progress. Let's try it out and let's see. Four. Nope, doesn't work. What the heck? Animation. Materials. This thing is not being set at all. Okay, let's do this. Let's call it mat. And let's say mat equals animated render dot material. Just in case. And even worse. Let's do it here. And here mat dot set float. Does it return anything? No, it's void. Good. Play again. Now pause. Now I can take this shield thing. I can see what is the exact material, and it's 0.9 something. So the value is changing indeed. Oh, it started dissolving. Oh. I have no idea what the problem is. So it's underscore progress, but if I pass it as int, it doesn't work. I think this is what this thing is trying to tell me. Okay, let's say 1000 maximum power. It's like small shield can live almost forever, but shield this big. Okay, I need to make it dissolve faster. Oh, I can just pick stuff and throw it in it. Also, it's slightly jumped up, which I don't like. It should be spawning right on the ground. Okay. So 1000 is obviously a bit too much. Let's do something less extreme. Let's say 100 by surface, it's 0.5. Then if it has really small surface or something like that, then I will probably need to do something like this. Okay. Some random numbers, but they should work better right now. Yeah, this looks nice. And if the thing destroys the shield, then it goes right through, which is not really cool. Oh yeah, this is the rotation part. That's funny. So first, on initialization, this shield stuff, where's that? Here. Should be placed on the ground, not somewhere. Even right here should be placed on the ground. So let's say yeah, I think so. So I'll need to edit here. Public layer mask terrain layer equals constants dot no layers mapping dot. This is not the one I'm looking for. Yeah, this. And then here I should do a raycast. Transform dot position plus vector 3 dot up multiplied by 10. Then it should go down with max distance float dot max value with this layers mask, and it should have something like out for heat somewhere over here. Yeah, so if we hit, then point equals hit dot point. Yes. So now if there is some terrain underneath, we'll cast on it and we'll spawn right on it and not somewhere else. It will make this thing look much better. Looks like it didn't work. So it's cast standing on that point, which is really weird. Oh, it gets bumped up by the ground, doesn't it? Let's check. No, it doesn't. So if I manually change this value, it's fine. Hum. Is there something about these values? It's the position of collider, position of animation is equal to this. Point, and a dollar sign, something like this. Current power scale 45. What? Oh yeah, it's just current power. Good. Nice. I guess I'm doing something wrong. Okay. Pause. Have too many logs. Should remove them. Should just remove these. Should just remove this. Let's see what we can see. Across the river to see what he can see, and all that he could see was the other side of the river. 68.3, 0.272, 12, 105. Okay, so the position is right. It's just painfully wrong. I guess this raycast hits something different. For example, it casts the ignore raycast thing. Basically, it cannot sphere collider, remove component, this. So I was casting onto this sphere that is floating on top, and that was the problem. Good. So now it should be fine. Yep, now we have the shield. So I'm thinking that something's wrong with sizes first. It's more or less fine for smaller ones, but for a bigger one, it doesn't look like any good. Then I should not make this error fixed. I mean, this error fixed. Max cast distance. This doesn't work. What I should do is to change it, max cast error, change it to 0.1, let's say. Then here I should calculate everything first. Then if this magnitude is bigger than average distance multiplied by average distance and multiplied by max cast error. So it's like I'm allowing 10% of a difference. Average distance. I have a feeling that something's wrong about this average distance also. Doesn't look average-ish to me. What? What is this? What? What is this? What was that? What is this? But it's cancelled. Why is it there? What the hell? Again. This? It does drop. Really? What? Oh, I see. This. I should not adjust any values before actually calling stuff. Don't care about the point anymore. and I need the average distance here. Something is terribly wrong with this average distance. It should be the magnitude. Average distance 12. That sounds reasonable. But I'm assuming wrong numbers. That's first. Here in do action, in instantiate, this is not radius. This is basically, this is radius. But here in actual shield, I'm interpreting it as if it's scale, though it's not. It's half of the scale. Something like this. Then here, when I cancel something, let's say allowed error is this. Square magnitude. Should multiply twice by this, but it will make things even worse. Okay. Let's see. Allowed error 12. Allowed error 7. 17. What? What the heck? Oh yeah, 11. That makes sense. So the average distance. What? I see. So I'm returning some wrong positions, it seems. Because square magnitude of the distance is 70. That's a lot. Like an awful lot. There is an option that I'm not keeping enough points. By far not keeping enough points. This is one of the most likely things that are happening. Max frames per second multiplied by time. No. I should keep enough of them. What is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong? Also think I shouldn't take all the points. I think every fourth point will be enough. Or something like that. But that's a different story. I don't get it. The problem is that this distance is shown as if it's higher than, that it's bigger than the whole square magnitude, and it doesn't make any sense at all. For example, here 30, okay, it's not higher but it's a bit too close to it. Let's say we'll cast right here near the stone. The stone is pretty small, and it was cast successfully. And again it was cast successfully. And again. Maybe this thing is right? Okay, let's allow higher, let's just allow higher error. Because I don't see what is wrong. Judging by the logs, everything is as it should be. Let's leave 30% for error, that should be fine. Then, if it's not created, I think I still should show animation regardless of anything. Even if the shield is destroyed right after its creation. So I'll say some random value here. Control C. And I'll put some, and I'll put the valid value right here. Something in these terms. So now I'll always see the animation. So it was cast, but it didn't appear. Oh, rah. Okay, let's log this stuff again. Cause I don't understand, I don't understand. Oh, I see why I don't understand what is happening. It should still be 0.1, that's fine, that's good. I just have to multiply by 4 in here, because I have different allowance for stuff. Because I'm thinking about diameter, but I'm operating radiuses. Something in these terms. And let's remove this log, and then next I will remove the next log. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see what we can see. Cancelled. Cancelled. This was really too high, I can notice this. Destroyed. Right away. Destroyed. Okay, so something's wrong with this power setup. What's wrong with it? Oh yeah, sure. Of course. If you do stuff wrong, it goes wrong. Kinda makes sense. Looks like this power by surface and duration per power don't align properly for me. Or I'm just creating too huge of a shield. Like way too huge. And maybe also it lacks power. Whoop, was destroyed. Yeah, I know what I should do. This should look fancy. So I'm here increasing the scale, which means I can set power along the way, and it will just look great. Scale. Oh, I know why now I'm multiplying everything by 4, means bigger shields are now not relevant anymore. Again. So, small one. Okay, now I cannot cast small one. Yep. Because it allows... It doesn't let me have a proper error. Destroyed. This wasn't nice. The point is entirely wrong. Absolutely wrong. What's up with the point? Point, middle point. Middle point is positions sound divided by positions count. Why is it the last point always? That doesn't make any sense. Something along these lines. I think I should just do some calculations. Why am I opening PowerShell? I wanted Sublime. So let's say I want to create a shield that will be, let's say, maximum this big, and stay like this for a second. Which means here I'll have parameter 15, then I will multiply it by 2, then here in shield I will have it scale by scale PR squared. Let's just in case check this. PR squared, okay, good. Just a sanity check. So I'll have current power, max power minus, and I want it to stay for a second. Now let's take my numbers from here, let's calculate this. Second means it needs to keep extra at least 5 power. Then 3, the scale of 30 means 30. Yeah, I see. So I need to divide it by 4. Because that's scale, but I need a radius, as usual. I have a diameter of 1. So yeah, division by 4 will help. That's good. And I will pass 30. Let's say 5 equals max power equal minus 3.14 multiplied by 30 by 30 multiplied by x multiplied by divided by 4. So it means max power equals 5 plus 15, 15, 3.14 plus 706 multiplied by x. This. If I set x this, then no. By 2, 353. Okay, so I need to set something in around 500-ish to let this thing live. Let's do it. Now let's roll. Yeah, the error is too big. Allow to error 7. Why is the error so small? Holy cow. What happened? Why am I having this huge lag? Come on, please give me back my mouse so I can press pause. Pause. Just pause, please. Come on. I cannot pause it. It's lagging too hard. What did I do? I don't think this is too hard to calculate. I should use this time here. Should I just close Unity? Is it dead completely? Come on. What did I do? Yeah, and also I wanted here to do this. Alright, set so let me write some code right while I'm here. This mat.setFloat. And it should be something in these terms. I don't need this here. Then here I just need to set render state. And this. Are you alive now? Thanks. Don't kill my damn logs, please. Okay, so what was happening? 120 positions. Some absolutely ridiculous sum. I didn't need the sum, I needed just the middle point. Sum doesn't make any sense. Transform that position. I need all three of those. Count, middle, current. But then what happened with this terrible lag? Was this thing just calculating or something? It shouldn't be. Set render state. Anywhere else? Nope. Okay. Not sure I need this log, but okay. What the hell? Okay, the leg is not that heavy anymore, but oh yeah, I got it. Clear. Oh, I have this stuff all over the place now. Let's just remove it for good. So for some reason it spawns exactly at the point where I have the hand and not where I have anything else. 49, 11.4, 99. So yeah, it uses current point instead of middle, which is totally not what I expected. Transform dot position. Oh, haha, yeah, I got it. True, of course. I've passed a value here, but I didn't use it. I didn't use it properly. Okay, so now it should spawn on the more or less correct position. This doesn't explain the problem with errors. Multiply by 4. Like, okay, I think I can do a nasty trick in here. All these positions count middle point doesn't do much for me because they are not obvious. Let's do this. I will have sample prefab, test prefab, and I will initialize them everywhere, just plain everywhere, and I will see what is really happening there. Instantiate test prefab middle point identity. This. Can I somehow I will call it middle, and then positions for each position, do the following stuff: g equals instantiate prefab p dot identity and g dot name equals No reason. Just no reason. So I'll instantiate a lot of stuff, but I will really see what is happening in there. Then I should somehow show the difference between starting point and ending point. So let's do this. P equals lost g.name equals lost, else if p, no, without else, p equals first, g.name equals first. So now when I run this stuff and I stop doing anything, I'll have a really heavy lag with instantiating of those 200 something objects. In real games, this is something you don't want to do ever. But for my case, yeah, of course it's null reference exception. Object, sphere, let's make it even smaller, tiny little sphere, let's save it there, then let's move it in here, go. Oh yeah, I should remove collider from here. Otherwise it will be too long. It was faster to restart Unity, to restart simulation, than actually do that stuff. Pause. Okay, so now let's see. The middle point is not in the middle, because everything depends on speed. It should be somewhere over here, I would assume, but it's here. Because here I have a lot of points when I started, and here I have a lot of points when where I ended. Then the second issue is that this distance is not relevant. Because this distance is really too big, but it doesn't mean that I didn't draw a decent line. I did. I should just find different beginning or ending for the line. And then I should somehow redistribute this stuff. So just plain average is not helpful here. Should I take median? But median is not good either. One more option is that I should take just 4 points at different directions and go with them without analyzing the whole thing. It will make it less predictable, but come on, when you're drawing a circle with your mouse, probably you're not expecting stuff to be perfect. And I should somehow create some remedy for this stuff. The beginning and the ending. I need to find some point on the line that is closest to this one. Then I should just remove everything else. Or vice versa, I need to find a point that is closest to this one and remove everything else. I think popping out from the queue is easier than pushing into it. So let's do it. Public void pop int count. Just not pop. Let's call it just remove. Let's be honest. Remove first. For I equals 0, I plus plus. Let's do this. And here, let's say, the first one. Something like this. Then, here in gesture spell, I'll need to find the point that is closest to the end of whatever I drew or to the beginning. What is more relevant? I was moving around, then I ended somewhere. Probably I'm thinking about where I ended, not where I started. Okay, good. So let's do these. For move count equals 0, 0 without F. Then positions dot for each min distance equals float dot max value. I don't need last here, I'll have it here. Do I need it at all? Yeah, I do. Okay. And again, if positions is less than 3 in, I'll need to repeat this block over here. Okay. Now, whoa, that's a lot. P minus last. Oh yeah, I actually need last, I don't need first. Everything's different. Everything is not what it seems. Dot square magnitude is less than min distance. Remove count equals I. Yeah, that's fine. I can keep this code. It's more or less fine to duplicate the code here. Plus equals 1. Then positions dot remove first remove count. Then we're repeating this thing. Then oh, we have a problem with dinner. 1 second. We can order something. I think it makes the most sense. Sorry? So, it's 4. You can order something, can you? I can give you my phone. Here you go. Yeah, sorry, I'm back. So now, middle point is again not what it seems. Let's really just take 4 positions in. I know this stuff. It should be parameter here. should be just a constant. In constants. In constants, yeah. Public const int nath positions to judge equals 10. So yeah, I'll just take 10 positions on random by their numbers. That's dumb, isn't it? The more I take, the less precise it is, and the more precise it is at the same time. That's funny. That's really funny. What should I do here? So I probably should take just different angles, but finding the spot that corresponds to some angle will not work. It's too long. It's way too long. So I'm making something simpler. I can have some weighted option, but again, it won't help. Okay, if I just take 4 positions, it should be more or less relevant. Let's say I take 8. 8 out of 200 sounds like a decent optimization. I probably don't even need to clean up stuff there. Okay, so this middle point is again not what it seems. Vector 3.0, and then more amount equals dot count more than constants dot question mark math positions dot count. Then or skip equals positions dot count divided by amount, and or I equals 0, I less than amount, I plus plus, middle point plus equal positions I, middle point equals middle point divided by amount. Something like this. Then we'll have average distance from this middle point. I can just take the same spots. Like, why would I bother? Oh, no. I have to do it separately again. I plus equal amount. Okay. No, this is wrong. Or not. This is good. This should be fine. Less than count plus equal skip. This is way more stable. And then I'll do the same trick over again. I'll say average distance plus equals positions I minus middle point dot magnitude. I'll divide average distance by amount. Yep, Then I don't need this for each anymore. I don't need this. Okay, and for debugging purposes I will still output all of this stuff. Let's see where it leads us. Play. What happened? Why didn't anything appear at all? Yep. First, what? Oh yeah, they're all spawning on first. What the hell? What happened? I probably should find a better way to debug this. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So the problem is that previous point is always closer than anything, and again, previous and a bunch of previous points are closer than anything else. I wonder why it does this weird thing. Oh yeah, and all of those points are... all the latest 19 points are in the same exact spot. That's why I have this issue. Huh. That's cute. Okay, let's just... So I need some deduplication to run on top of this, but I don't want to. I want to make it easier somehow. Let's say we'll have single point somewhere. Nah, won't work. I'm a bit lost. Sorry. I didn't phase out. I'm just thinking how to do this better. So we have things. Okay. So what we have there is a sphere, is something that human drew, and it is split onto a lot of points. When I'm trying to find the closest point, This is not this distance. What? I clicked something wrong, I should not have clicked that. This, and it's not this distance, which is the closest, it's this. And I can measure when they start to move out. So like at some point they're getting closer and then they start moving out, and this is where I should stop. Probably that makes the most sense. But I will need some smoothing in this, which I don't like. And all of that is some heuristics, and heuristics usually don't work that well. At least they don't work as well as you might imagine they do. Okay. Let's do this. Let's move this out. Okay, got it. Current equal positions 0. Actually, I can call it first. And I should say, well, this. First minus last is less than that stuff. Should move current mean distance. Yeah, this is good. And I should do I plus plus first equals positions. No reason for both of those sections. First 1 and first equals positions 0. And positions that count is greater or equal to 3. So I won't need to do this validation too. I don't need to remove anything, I don't need to set first again. I'm already removing them, by the way. Okay, so now let's think that we cleaned that stuff up. It's still flawed, because you won't be able to draw several circles, but I don't want you to. So this is fine. Let's go here. Let's try playing this. Pose, please. Just pose. Thanks. What's up with this? Is the entire terrain shaking? Huh, cute, I see. See why it's lagging so hard. Looks like this thing tries to interact with terrain. No? No, it's just gross shader gone mad. Whoa. That's trippy. If I remove this stuff, then everything gets back to normal. Okay, it looks like this shader is doing something wrong with the interaction. Last. Middle. And middle is somewhere absolutely not relevant. I mean, totally not relevant. Why is that? -1. And just in case, I want to grab this count. Middle point. Oh, yeah, sum of positions, that's right. Divided by their amount. To face is greatness and several firsts. So my cleanup stuff didn't work, obviously. That's first. Then middle point. It's better positioned. I have a hole in here. For some reason this block was not remembered at all. It's more decent, but it's still totally wrong. And my cleanup doesn't work. I wonder why. Oh, yeah, sure. It removes one element. So now it will drop a portion of the last elements. Let's do this. Last equal. So I can move the last ones too into the opposite direction, and it will also help. And I will do it. Just need the method to remove lost. And here I should do almost the same stuff, but I should give current position. I should say current position minus equal 1, and if it's less than 0, it should have array.length minus 1. And count -1, okay. Good. So now I can pop first. Here I can pop first. Yep, that's it. And here now you can say I can always remove one last, just because I can. Hey, little one! Hey! One more second and I will be done. You wanna come here? You'll sleep here? Say hi. No? Okay. Then remove last and last. Is just more than 4, and here it's more than 3. Count first, last. Yeah, something like this. Now I should optimize the line to the closest points, and if it works, this is well enough for today. If it doesn't, probably it's good for today too. Crap. I just hate this. Some unity is stuck. I think something is wrong with this sphere and its interaction with terrain. It's not something I want to debug right now. Yeah, thanks. Cool. So again, the optimization didn't work, the middle point is in the middle of nowhere, and the whole stuff doesn't work properly. Blah. So first let's add cloth intercollision. Where is that layer stuff? So I want to put this target layer into the new layer. Ignore terrain. I need a single one here. Then I want to adjust physics settings so that ignores terrain. Ignore terrain, doesn't interact with default, doesn't interact with itself. That's first. And second, I want to move these guys to ignore raycast, because those are just debug stuff, they should not be here. Then I want to open this, write some simple debug message over here. And here delete and last. And let's just see what I have in the debug window. If it doesn't give me a solution right away, then we'll continue on the next stream. Deleting first and it never even deleted last. What? This distance is way smaller. What the hell? The current minimum distance. First minus last. Oh yeah. I've done everything wrong. I mean, those are really simple mistakes. It's so easy to avoid them. And I spent so much time on them that Okay. It still didn't work. Even like this. You see they even interact. It's really obvious which ones should have been deleted. But they were not. Even the last was deleted. Cool. Because if they start moving in the opposite directions right away, I'm not sure what the problem is. This was not perfect either. 32, 3394, 32, 3394, okay. Less or equal. It means that I track several points in the beginning and in the end of the process, and those points do a bad job. Wow. Now this logic's stuck somewhere. Obviously enough. I don't know where. I mean, I have an idea. Yep, we are there. Yep, that's right. We're there in the camera. Okay, so this thing is stuck. Can I somehow break it? I guess I cannot. Okay, so this is not about it. Okay, then let's continue in the next stream. Something went wrong with this stuff and I cannot easily figure what. So I will need to close Unity entirely and try to debug this. Whatever, we'll continue with shields next time. Thanks everyone, and see you today, tomorrow, somewhere. Bye. Thanks for watching.